Morning, Aries. This is Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I am here to do your, what am I doing, October 2019 tarot reading. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and we'll see what's going on, what energies are coming through. Take that one. 8 of Pentacles. So you're working hard. If you've reached a level of skill in your either in your career, especially if your career is something you really love, but it also means really finding something in your life that brings you an incredible amount of. It's not just joy. It's not that just that you enjoy doing it, but that while you're doing it, you're completely present in the moment. So to me, this could, even though the Four of Swords is really a card of medication, that was a weird slip, meditation. This is finding a way, something that when you're doing it, it's almost a meditative state. You're just fully present in the moment. You're probably feeling creative, and it actually will restore your energy, make you feel better after you've done it, even if it's strenuous, because it just feeds your soul somehow. So this is a really beautiful, this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's just just a very positive card. It's very good for you. This could also be saying that maybe something that you like to do, even if it could be anything, whatever comes to mind, teach yoga, hike. I mean, there's no work on cars. There's no right or wrong answer. That you may have gotten to a point where sometimes these things we don't have confidence, because if they do have like a creative side, we're like, oh, who's going to want that? We tend to be our own worst enemy. This is saying, hey, people may want to pay you for this service, either to teach them how to do it, or if it's a product like a piece of art, people may pay you to buy it and put it in their home, or to have you fix up their car, or teach them, lead a yoga class, whatever it is. So don't discount that if you have something that you're really into. And honestly, the more unique, the better, because even if it's not unique, if you want to be a yoga teacher, you're going to bring your own style and you're going to resonate with certain people. But something really unique, you'll be like, who would ever be into this? You never know. And there's always the internet, like me with my tarot cards. Who's going to be into tarot cards? But with the internet, you can reach a much larger audience that you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, probably right in my town of, I don't know how many people are in it, 3,000-4,000 people. Probably not a whole lot. But on the internet, you can reach out to many, many more. So see what else we have going on here. And this is also saying, make time in October to do things that recharge you and feed your soul. Go for a walk in the woods, or walk in the park wherever you live. Do some gardening, even if you live in a city and you don't have the ability to garden in the ground. You can get a pot and put some dirt and have some plants inside, and just working in the dirt and taking care of something living like that can be very grounding and rewarding. 7 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like some of you have this idea, but you're just not sure exactly how to do it, to manifest it, to put it out into the world, to get going. Or you may have a few different ideas of ways to go, but you're having trouble putting your finger on it. The 7 of Swords, though, to me, has 2 sides to it. It's often read as scattered energy. You can't make a decision, but it has this really dreamy quality where, to me, in order to sort of have your art, I mean, I don't know. I'm not an author, but I have to think that there's some sort of planning in your head or inspiration or thoughts and imagination that go into planning and coming up with the idea of a final product. Like before this person's making these pentacles, they had to come up with the idea to make the pentacles, right? And it's really cool. All of them are a little bit different. They're putting their unique spin on something. And that's what I was saying, to put your own unique spin on it. And so this just shows that maybe you're going to be have a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity coming through in October. So this, just like start writing stuff down. Like, don't worry about, try not to get into like analysis paralysis, and just try to let it flow. And then you can always look at it later and see what maybe you want to keep, maybe you want something you want to retool, but just start. It is time to just start doing it, but don't worry about it being perfect or the final product. The King of Swords. So yeah, this is saying it's time to start turning that art and being a little more strategic about it, planning and starting to get it out there, communicating, putting it out into the world, starting your website. Oh, and you have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, in order oh, ooh. In order to do that, there needs to be a shift in your thinking. I'm getting the sense that you're holding yourself back, or you decided somewhere along the way that you can't make a living doing this, or you can't could be online dating. I can't meet someone this way. I'm thinking some of you, they have those, if I know I'm jumping around now to a different topic, but I'm just going to go with the flow. If online dating, putting yourself out there that way is not something you're into, you can do something like a meetup group. I actually had a friend that moved recently, and she did a meetup group just to meet some girlfriends to do things with, not even to meet a romantic partnership. So you could find like-minded people through online, through meetups, and be able to find like-minded people. But it's like you made a decision a long time ago, or someone said something. I remember I started my website at least 18 years ago in a it looks completely different than it does now, and I remember one friend, and I mean, he's a guy, so I wouldn't expect he's not into spirituality at all. Let's put it that way. It has nothing to do with his gender. But he was like, no one's going to pay you for tarot readings, Jen. He was just like laughing at me. And yeah, hey, here I am. I do get paid for tarot readings. And so not to let someone's offhanded or negative comment because they don't have your same vision kind of take seed and get planted in you and think that, no, I can't do this. This won't be. Maybe you have a parent that's negative, or a friend or whatever. So stop talking to those people about this thing. I don't talk to certain people about my tarot obsession because I know it's not their thing. And one, I don't want to try to force someone on someone that's not into it. And I just know because it's not their thing, they're not necessarily going to have the perspective to think that it could be someone else's thing. I mean, it's just human nature. We all do that. So do some thinking in your brain about in October about where you might be hung up, and if you're harboring some deep seated beliefs that maybe you can't do it, and holding yourself back unknowingly. And it could be about, this is why I may have shifted to romance. We have the Two of Cups here. So I feel like the block between this card coming to the surface is your thinking, and you have to, once you change your thinking and how you're, what you think about a situation, then you can manifest this perfect partnership, whether it's like-minded people or a love relationship. And this is the ultimate love card. All right, well, I think I'm just going to leave it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just saw the Ten of Swords. So definitely time for the end of a thinking pattern in your brain that was negative and holding you back. And it's safe. That type of thinking, it's safe, right? Because then you don't put yourself out there. And sometimes I just heard recently, like, often people are more afraid of succeeding than failing. Uh, so just some things to think about, like, why am I not putting myself out there? What am I afraid of? Because it's fear-based, right? What am I, did I have one bad experience in the past and I'm assuming it's going to be that way from now on? Trying to get a different perspective on things. So definitely make time to do the things you love. Whoops, to get outside. I don't know what the lighting, sorry, the sun's coming up right behind me, but this is where I do my reading. So thank you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful October. Take care.